Welcome back. You know what? I'm thinking of maybe changing this channel to like late night reviews with Ashley, because it's like every time, most of the time when I make a video, I'm about to go to sleep. As you can see, I got my sleeping cap on. It's not a bonnet, so don't even start, all right? And a little tank top, like I'm about to lay it down, but I had to get this review in because it seems like everybody is just dibbling and dabbling in and out of relationships, still in relationships, dibbling. It's a lot. I'm gonna jump right into the scene where Kimmy and Maurice are having this tasting of the food looks really good too. This tasting for, they said something about they bought a mom and pop place, and I forgot the reason behind the tasting, but anyway, all the tea was spilled at this tasting. All right, so they start off, of course, talking about Sunni and Moses. Nell brings it up. Nell and Kimmy, I notice, are the ones to like bring up stuff to talk about. But anyway, Nell brings up Destiny, and that's how they start on this Sunni and Moses thing. And Kimmy was more, she was pretty much saying she feel like it should have been more on Moses, not Sunni, because he was the one that's in a relationship with Destiny. Stormy disagreed. I agree with Stormy. I feel like they both were but then they had this debate about, I'm gonna call it a debate, but whether, because Destiny saying they were together, Moses was saying he wasn't, Sunny saying they weren't together. So it's this thing where we don't know if he was still, I think he was still probably talking to both of them. Maybe it wasn't a label thing. Maybe it was like, because they were friends and stuff for 15 years. Maybe it was just, I don't know. Then to Destiny, Sunny was a friend. Sunny saying, no, I wasn't friends with you like that. So I think that's something that will never be solved because everybody's sticking to their version of events. Then we move on to Latricia and Kenny. Now this is where it gets a little sticky. Now we all know Latricia is still legally married to her husband, but her and Kenny have been together for a few years. So Maurice gets into interrogation mode because he had a talk with her husband about the whole situation, right, with Kenny and all that. Her husband was saying that they were in each other's DMs while they were still together. So I will admit, while Maurice was interrogating them, he was like, well, what year did y'all meet? Well, what year was that? What year was this? What year was that? They were stuttering and stammering just a little. I feel like even if they weren't saying anything inappropriate in the inboxes, that's just something you don't do. Kenny was like, when her husband would come around, it would stop, right? The texting. And Maurice was like, well, there's a reason for it, is that it stopped. And I agree with him. I feel like if you're in a relationship, if you can't talk to that person in front of your spouse, your significant other, something's up. And then the fact that they're together now, it does, even if it was strictly platonic, when two people are attracted to each other, they can't be just friends. All right. I feel like they're both attracted to each other and they try to keep it on a friendship level. But as you can see, they're together now. So I don't know if Maurice was kind of alluding to y'all had a little something going on before the separation. So Latricia and Kenny, y'all did look kind of suspect, but like I said, that's why it's best to just not do any of that. Like, especially if you're married, it's like, no, that's not your friend, that's our friend, okay? We're talking all together, we're double dating, we're doing all that, right? So this is the part with Melody when she meets up with Sunny at this boutique. And that boutique looked really nice. I think the next time I go to Huntsville, I'll probably go there and look around. It looked like they had some cute stuff. If they have an XL. They have a size XL, I'll be there, all right? So she was giving Sunny the heads up about, because she's having this girls trip, right, to St. Thomas. So she was pretty much like, everybody's kind of, Team Destiny, blah, blah, blah. Now, something she said, she kind of made Kimmy seem like Kimmy was dogging her out, and Kimmy wasn't. Like, Kimmy was singing her praises about her being there for when she had cancer, but she just said, yeah, how they got together, I don't think that was right. But she was making it seem like Kimmy was just bad-mouthing her so bad. She was making it seem worse than what it was, and I didn't care for that. And she's not cool with Destiny, so I feel like she really is on Sunny's side because she feels like Tisha and Kimmy were not on her side when it came to the whole Martell thing. So I do think it's a little bit of, not the word revenge, but kind of like, yeah, this may be Destiny's ops, but I'm rocking with her because y'all wasn't rocking with me when this whole Martell situation was going on. But it's crazy because she was like, yeah, they talk about girl power this, girl power that. There's no girl power, but you're inviting them on a trip. So a girl's trip at that. It's not a couple's trip. It's a girl's trip. So I'm wondering, stuff like that makes me wonder, is production responsible for trips? Because if you think about it, like, going off subject just a little bit, I used to watch Basketball Wives a lot, right? Like, I was hardcore Basketball Wives fan, especially like when they first came out. But every season they would go on a trip. So I'm just wondering, is that just a reality show protocol? You go on a trip because if you're not fooling with Kimmy and Tisha like that outside the show, I think she's okay with Mel. She's cool with Sunny for now. It's like, why are you inviting girls? Why are you inviting them on a girls trip? Now, granted, she did say she's going to have some friends, that aren't on the show that she's cool with in real life come on there too. But I mean, to spend however many days with people that you don't feel like exude girl power and true friendship is just weird to me. That's why I wonder, is that like some reality show thing they're doing? It just kind of threw me off a little bit. But I want to get into some of the fashion, some of the hair. I really love, I don't know if Tisha, I'm pretty sure Tisha has a sew-in because I can see the strands of silver hair, and I just love that. Like, anytime I see a woman wear her silver hair and not afraid to, like, hey, this is what it is, like that, it looked pretty. It looked like some beautiful highlights. I'm just assuming it's her hair. I know she has hair added, but I can see the silver strand. I thought that was really cute. And Mel's hair is always laid. Mel she looks good in most hairstyles she has. But she really rocks that short, blonde, brown, like finger waved, short cut. Because, when it showed the first season, she had that same shortcut. It wasn't a finger wave, but it was still like the blonde swoop and all that. She, excuse me, she looks really good in that, like, all the time. So, Nell and Chris, before we had the little break for the Olympics and the show was off the air, Nell and Chris, they had their kids and them to go through a therapy session. Now, Nell still feels like she didn't really need it, right? And Chris was basically telling her, we have to change for our children to change, most of the time, people that really need therapy are the ones that don't believe in it usually. And it can be frustrating when you're dealing with that person. Like, if you're in a relationship with that person or you're related to that person, and it's like, okay, I don't have a psych degree, but I don't need one of those to know you need somebody to talk to, okay? You need to be sitting on somebody's couch talking. So, but she did go. As we saw the last, episode, she did go. So that was good. The bulk of this episode was really pretty much about that tasting, because we just kind of saw how Kenny and Latricia were kind of, but it's like, okay, we get it. Y'all were having conversations. It was platonic, But it just looks kind of funny because y'all together now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, what can we do about it now? They're together now. Hopefully she gets the divorce, so poor Kenny don't have to be having to explain their situation every time somebody, oh, is this your husband? No, I'm not her husband. And she still has to fill out, like, nobody's trying to do that every time they meet somebody that you know. You know, they just want to be like, hey, yeah, I'm her husband or I'm her man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty good episode. I look forward to next week's episode. Like, anytime they go on vacation, it's always some drama. Like, and I'm here for it, all right? It looks like this season of shows is going to be good. I haven't seen Emily in Paris yet because I'm just going to be honest. I cut my Netflix off because I need that $20 that month really bad. But I've never I've never reviewed, recapped Emily in Paris. I might. So maybe look out for that. But anyways, y'all, shout out to my 68 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you that are not subscribed, but you know you can by just pushing that button. Like and share, and feel free to comment because I do enjoy talking to you all as well. Peace and blessings until next time.